Check it out, folks. We getting ready to go down the time machine, right? I'm finna take y'all back. Guess what? We doing sloppy joes. Let's get it. Okay, look, so the first thing I'm gonna do is, listen, I know when we was kids and all of that kind of stuff, we never did toast, right? But for those of you guys been following me for a minute, you see what I'm doing right here? To some of y'all, especially if you new, you like, hey, what is he doing? Yes, this is mayo. You gotta put mayo on here. Once you try it, hey, they got a saying, once you try this, you won't go back. You guys can put the rest of it together. You know what I mean? But look, I prefer a mayo toasted bun over a, a butter bun all day long, all right? Now we just put those on there just like that. Now notice, I'm using cast iron, right? I know you guys like, duh, you know what I mean? It's okay, but this is my tool of choice. Anytime I can, especially when it comes to toasting. I use HexClad, quite often, but HexClad work too, but right now I'm finna just show out. Like I said, we finna go back down memory lane for those of us that remember, having these sloppy joes when we was young. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at these. There's one there. It'll come with this top. There's the other. Okay, so look, now we got the buns out the way. Now we're gonna go ahead and just peel these back a little bit so I can cut some. What I'm gonna do is cut my bacon. I got it when we was younger. We didn't have no bacon in there. But you gotta remember, this Smokin and Grillin with AB. Everything we do here is gonna be a little bit over the top. Now you guys don't have to do it this way. I'm just doing it like this now. And that is, I'm cutting them down into bite-sized, pieces now. I normally would just cut these, just cook them and then crumble them later. But I'm doing them like this because I want them to just kind of blend in and be the same size and blend in. You know what I mean? You'll see. All right, once you get them all cut down, you just want to go ahead, add them to your pan. This flavor right here, that's gonna take it a little bit, like one notch above what it used to be like when we was a kid. We can't do just the same old, same old. All right, so now while we got our bacon going, right, it's really about just multitasking because you want everything to be ready about the same time, right? So now that it sits this way, listen, you guys can give it a cut it like that, get your knife up in the inside, and you could just cut it. Notice how I'm rolling it. If I can do it so you guys can see it. You see this right here? Look, took me a minute to figure this part out, but once I got it, look how much easier it is. Now we just cut them straight and dice them down. Then once you get it out like this, just look. You want to cut these, and I'm gonna dice these down small, right? So just take my time with it, move my fingers out the way, and just cut them just like you see. Okay, so if you take a look, this is what I mean. Look at the size of this right here. This is gonna be nice. We wanted to release a lot of flavor, and you know what? We started with that bacon, right? That's something that we didn't do. Now look, I done removed some of the bacon fat that was in there, and I kept like a couple of tablespoons inside there. You know why? Because we're getting ready to saute and get these nice and soft, and then we're gonna go ahead and start adding our meat. Okay, now it's time for us to go ahead and put our veggies inside of our, our bacon fat, right? So listen, we're gonna saute this. I put this down right now because this is what I'm gonna be using to to season, my veggies and, do my meat also. So while we got everything up to temp, I'm gonna go ahead and just add this. Man, there's nothing like, smelling the aromatic that come up off of this when they get that bacon grease on it, or any grease for that matter. Once you start to saute, I can just tell you, it makes your kitchen just smell amazing. All right, so look, I'm gonna move all this over here just for 1 second. I'm getting ready to drop in. Check it out, folks. We finna start making some magic. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and start breaking this up, right? You guys gotta get you one of these. I'll link this down in the #1 comment so you guys can check it out. This right here, man, it makes your life so much better. When you put that ground beef in here, it breaks, it start to draw up, get tight, make these big clumps. This is what I use to break it up with. Works excellent when you guys got those non-stick pans, like, if they got that non-stick coating, you don't have to worry about chipping none of that and dusting it. Okay, I want you guys to take a look at this right here. Look at how I use my press to just push down that meat and grind it down so it's nice and small. That's key. And if you notice, you can look at them onions, you can see they translucent, and then bell peppers is soft. Okay, so look, again, I'm gonna be using my, my new burger seasoning, right? Now, for you guys that don't have it, because I know you don't have it, because it just come out. I just got it. Listen, I'm gonna put the full ingredient list down in the description box below. But what that is, listen, salt and pepper work just fine, because we're gonna put a few more ingredients in here, and those are gonna work out fine too, right? So I'm through with my masher. Now I come in here and we season, right? Now before I add any more ingredients on here, I wanna taste it. I wanna make sure that I can taste my seasoning, whether it's salt, pepper, you're using my Level Up burger seasoning, however you're doing, you wanna be able to taste it. What I'm doing is showing you guys just how to season and do things properly, especially for my new people. You know what I mean? This is the difference between making something at home or going out to one of them, you know, at restaurants that one of them, I guess I almost want to call them like a hole in the wall, because them the ones that got the best food. Okay, now this is the way I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce my heat down to like low. Then I'm getting ready to start adding the rest of my ingredients. Look, we'll start with our ketchup, our W sauce, and just a little bit of this sugar. You see it coming together now, folks? Now, you know I do everything a little bit on the meaty side, right? So pay attention to this. Look at how thick that is. A lot of times when you guys buy that sloppy Joe in the can, talk to me. You know it be runny. You guys be trying to figure out what am I gonna do with it, you know, to thicken it up. But this right here, I want it to stay on there and almost be like a patty. I want it to be soft. I want to taste that bacon, taste some of them sauteed onions and the bell pepper. And that there, we just gonna cook this on low, maybe about 2 minutes. And then after that, we finna go ahead and plate it up. Hey, check this out. After I said what I said, I forgot. I got bacon, folks. So we'll just go ahead and add this now. You know what I mean? We probably got like about 1 more minute. This will kind of like soften up a little bit, because after it's sat up, you know, it get a little bit on the crispy side. For those of you guys like to have crunch, you still get that, yet it's gonna be soft in the middle of the bacon too. But you see this right here? And you can talk to me down in the comment section below. I'm gonna really be interested in, you know, reading the comments on this one. This is killing what we grew up on. All right, so the only thing we got to do now, folks, look at this right here. You just pile it on top. See that bacon? You got to make sure you know you did something. Then we just go ahead and push this right over the top like that. And as you can see, folks, that's that sloppy Joe. Okay, look, you done seen all of this. You done seen the bacon. You done seen all the ingredients I put in there. This right here really leveled it up, folks. Hey, but I'm not finna over talk it. I'm just finna get right in. I didn't taste it some on a spoon, but I'm finna get it like this. Cheers, y'all. Ooh. I can't do nothing but laugh, folks. Hey, let me know. Make this, listen, all y'all got them ingredients right there in your refrigerator. You know what I mean? Even if you just got to go out and get yourself that ground beef, make this. After you make it, taste it, come back and talk to me and tell me, did this bacon just really level that up? Now, with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me just take this time to say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell everybody out there. Listen, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And guess what, folks? I'm out. Peace.